Today, on another episode of In the Trenches with Your TC, we have a really wild story. Speaking of fraud. So this is a thing that pops up all the time with real estate investors, right? Because we're out there just throwing out this huge net, trying to pull in as many deals as we can. And every so often, we are getting a little bit of a shark or an eel in there. So we have two of our amazing coordinators in today. Introduce yourselves.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Tammy.
Ashley and Tammy. Awesome. So you guys are somehow secretly connected on this deal and did not even know it. But let's start with you, because I feel like you were the first one that hooked this snake.
Yes.
All right. Tell me what happened.
So I received the file. One of the things that you first do when you receive a file is you send out seller documents and you reach out to the seller. The seller told me that it was their grandfather's property.
Okay.
And
which happens. Normal stuff.
Yeah. And it wasn't willed over to her or anything, so we needed a deed of trust and a quit claim deed, going through that process.
So when you hear that, oh, this was willed or inherited or something, you kind of jump to this whole separate list. Like, oh my goodness, okay, let's go through the dead people protocol.
Yes. Let's go through the family members, contact the lawyers if need be. In this particular case, the seller already had a lawyer that was already set
that's
aside.
Convenient.
Yes. Typically what happens is the seller needs to give us permission to speak with an attorney.
Sure.
The seller already said that she gave them permission,
Perfect.
which automatically thought it was strange.
This is going to be your dream file. Everything is set up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so that initially, triggered something. Hey, this isn't right.
Really?
Yeah.
Your spidey sense went up right away.
Yes,
All right.
absolutely. Just from that little bit of information.
So have you had any feedback to our client yet, the wholesaler, or you're just like, let me just see where this goes?
So not initially.
Okay.
The client did let me know that there were taxes that need to be paid up front, which that was a little unusual.
Usually it's paid at closing, right?
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah. And so I let the client know that. And so I spoke with a lawyer and I said, can this not be taken out at closing?
Yeah.
And she said, no, this has to be up front.
So did she want you or the client, somebody to send them thousands of dollars?
Yes.
They didn't have like a Pakistani accent, did they?
No.
Okay. They weren't using kind of some funny words or trying to do it through text.
Well, actually, most of the correspondence was through text message.
Oh, okay.
Text message, yes. So I never actually verbally spoke with the seller. My client had, but it was just through text message with me.
Yes.
Yeah.
How often does that happen? Is that pretty common or?
Usually whenever we first reach out, it's a verbal phone call,
Right.
and then we also ask what's the best form of communication,
right.
text, email, phone call. So the seller really didn't talk to me much. And I'm like, okay, but she has an attorney that the attorney's responding,
Through text?
Through text, yes.
'Cause that's-
yes.
I don't have very many attorneys that I've ever dealt with that just text with me.
Exactly.
We're not pen pals. They want to be on the phone because it's
Yeah.
billable hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the attorney let me know that she would be on vacation the whole month of August.
The whole month.
Whole month of August.
She's got a good practice.
I said, okay. And I
Great.
said, well, can you let me know which law firm you work for? Because like with us, we have another TC that will monitor our files.
Right.
So I said, let me reach out to them. Of course, she didn't give me the name of the law firm. So I'm like, okay.
Just attorney.
Yeah, just attorney.
Okay. Free agent operating independently.
Yeah. And didn't have a last name either.
Just Attorney Jane.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So moving forward, getting the tax amount straightened out. My client said, hey, can you check out the county clerk's office just to confirm this? So I think that kind of triggered something with him as well. So I call, and this was in Louisiana. Well, I found out in Louisiana, you don't contact the county clerk's office. It's the sheriff's department.
Yeah, that's why sometimes they're like sheriff's deeds or something if you're pulling it up online.
Yeah.
Right.
So spoke with the sheriff. They said, no, nothing is owed on this house. So, okay. I relayed that to my client. Hey.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. So reached out to the seller. Of course, nothing. Reached out to the attorney. Couple days goes by, and she said, oh, I'm sorry, that was a mistake. Okay. All right.
Okay, we're still in the game.
And yes, we're still
we're
in the
playing.
game. Now my client's getting ghosted. Yes.
So how far into the process are we now?
Oh gosh, I would say still waiting on the title commitment,
Okay.
which usually that can take up to 14 days, maybe longer if it has to go to
Right.
probate.
So did they have a buyer lined up already?
No, it was a self-purchase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yikes.
self-purchase.
Okay. Okay. Do we do a lot of those for clients?
Not as much, not in my experience.
Mostly assignments, right?
Yeah,
Patients.
yeah.
Okay.
So my client, he finally gets back in touch with the seller. And she says, "Oh, no, I'm sorry. That lawyer was actually the notary." Yes. And it's like, okay, come on. And she said, "This is
Feels
actually."
like red flags are just sprouting up all over the place, right?
Yeah. And she says, "This is the actual attorney. That was just the notary, my mistake." Okay, come on now. Call, nothing, leave a voicemail. "Hey, this is Ashley, transaction coordinator. This is who I am." Introducing myself, standard. Then the voicemail, it said leave a text message. So, okay, send a text message, but I made sure to leave it at, "Oh, by the way, can you please let me know which law firm you work for?" And nothing. I let my client know. I tried the law firm again, or the lawyer again, and nothing. And the title company, they just came back and they said, "Hey, this is too suspicious. We're going to go ahead and flag this."
Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, we had to terminate that file because of fraud.
But listen, I mean, first off, our client would have spent hours and hours and hours trying to chase this down.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them, like the reason these people do these kind of scams is because some people do pay.
Yeah.
Right? Like I had a thing years ago when my mom was still alive, like she was at the bank ready to wire $10,000.
Yeah.
And like she was pretty sharp. Like, so these things do work.
Yeah.
But, by going through all of that, you probably saved our client at least a couple of $1,000 because I don't know if they would have got them for the whole amount.
Yeah.
But I think that's the scam, right? Sort of like, whatever it is. I need your bank account number so that I can wire you money, all this weird stuff. So at the end of the day, we saved the client from a bad deal, or at least losing some money because he had a good transaction coordinator who was smart enough to see the spidey senses go off. So at least he got out of it, and then you were talking with the title company that we had assigned, and they're like, "Hey, put out the bat signal. There's a fraud alert here."
Exactly.
Right. Interesting.
Exactly.
Cool. So, Tammy, how are you involved in this?
Well, the following
How did we
month,
get a twofer on this?
the following month,
Yeah.
I received a contract from a client, and it was for the exact same
Different
property.
client.
Different client, but same property, same seller.
How did you guys realize it was the same property?
I did not know until after speaking with the client, after he submitted the contract. He said, "Let's go ahead and open prelim."
Yeah.
Went ahead, reached out to
Was
the
he going
title
to buy
company.
it for himself, or was he?
No, this was going to be a wholesale.
He was going to assign it.
This is going to be a wholesale, and so I went ahead, sent my email out to the title company to open prelim.
Yeah.
Within 5 minutes, I got an email back.
Hey, because somebody had turned it in.
This has been flagged for fraudulent activity, and I was like, "Excuse me, what?" That was the first one I'd seen. I was like,
But it could have been. It could have been real, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
there is a real owner of this property.
Yeah.
So
Well, see, I never even made contact with the seller. When my client uploaded this file, he told me that the seller was in the hospital having some health issues.
unavailable,
Unavailable, yeah.
but not on vacation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there
Times
were
have
no
gotten tough.
attorneys or anything for me to contact right away.
Yeah.
It was literally, it happened so fast. I mean, they forwarded me the emails connecting Ashley.
Yeah.
Where they had gone back and forth
literally,
before.
you're looking at this going, dude, this is you.
Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am kind of thing. It was in and out, done.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
So
crazy. So I saved my client on that one as well.
What did your client say? What was their answer in all of this?
My client, he was pretty much just over this file.
Yeah.
He was pretty upset. It was his first file with us.
Oh no.
I know. I really hated it for him.
Yeah, but he also did not wire people money, right?
Correct.
He didn't get bamboozled,
Correct.
so there's
Correct.
that. That's good. Wow.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
about yours?
Mine was shocked,
Yeah.
to say the least. He was pretty shocked, but he was also happy that we found
Sure.
up front and as quickly as we did as
Right.
well. So,
How
yeah.
often do you come across weird files like this?
This was my first for this one,
Yeah,
but here lately, actually, a lot of stuff has been going crazy with
Really?
title companies and just all kinds of information.
Like what?
People not being completely honest,
What?
hiding a lot of stuff.
What?
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, people, let's talk about that because we hear that a lot, right? Wholesalers are like, oh, sellers are liars, you know. But sometimes they are. I think sometimes they're just lying. Other times they just withhold some things. And then other times they just don't know. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking about this. I was driving over to one of my rental properties, I don't know, a year or so ago. And honestly, I hadn't been there like 3 years, 4 years, because I had a long-term tenant in there. And my property manager who was taking over, she said, hey, what condition is it in? I'm like, it's good. But as I'm driving, I'm like, you know what? I'm that person that doesn't know. Like, I legitimately was talking out my ass. Like, I have no idea. Luckily, it was good when I got there, but I had no idea. So I think there are some times where people don't know. But, you know, what are some things where you found that people are just flat out lying, you know, or trying to mislead people and bamboozle them?
A lot of times here lately, especially, I've noticed that it may be a grandson or a child that has inherited the property,
Right.
and they are not upfront about that. They're like, no, this is mine. And, you know, everything's good to go. And
Yeah.
then you send everything to title, and title comes back to you. No, it's not their property, and we have to go through a whole
Yes.
process.
So even though, you know, because one of the things that we do, right, is we reach out to those sellers as soon as we get that file.
Yes.
And you work through that whole process and they still are going through, because it's like 4 pages.
Yeah.
And all of it, they're saying, I'm the owner, I'm the owner, I'm the owner. Until we check and verify, and then they're not. So what are those conversations
Or
like?
you find out that they have 22 heirs.
Yes,
Yes.
right? Like
Those
that
are
happens. That's a
fun.
real thing.
Those are fun.
People think like when I talk about that, like I'm making stuff up. I'm like, oh no, no, it's wild out there.
Yes. Yes.
So you go back to the seller, the grandson, whatever it was. Like, what do they say when you're like, hey, bro?
Well, you know, at that point, you've already spoken with them so many times and formed somewhat of a bond with these sellers,
Yeah.
and you know, they're very friendly with you at first, and then
Yeah.
you come back with that kind of news, and they're just like, and a lot of times they start to back off. They don't want to talk to you as
Yeah.
much. They're not as friendly and
Yeah.
open anymore. It just
Right.
becomes very awkward and very hard to find any kind of information out after
They don't
that.
go like, oh, well, I mean, I thought I inherited it. I thought it was mine. They don't even try that.
No.
So they just know straight up that they were lying.
Yeah.
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 But I feel like that happens a lot, right? Where, you know, we've been doing this for years and years, and we've 8,000 of these files. But, yeah, I mean, I've heard stories from other coordinators who it's like, yeah, I own the house. And you're like, bro, on the obituary, you have 4 brothers and sisters. Yeah, they're all in Europe.
Yeah.
No, it started out with they're dead. They're dead. I'm the only one surviving. And you're like, well, that's actually more of a problem, especially if they have kids. And then, you know, then the stories just keep evolving. And, but it is shocking how often one heir will try to screw over everybody else, right? And they just think, maybe because they have the keys to the house that like that means I can sell it, right? I can get all the money. It is absolutely mind blowing. But this is why, again, a great example why you need a TC that can run all this stuff down. Otherwise, so this is what I tell people and try to explain to them. If you're doing all this work, you're not getting your next deal.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's literally like
Exactly.
you're stuck in the, you know, up to your knees in the sand at the beach, and you're just stuck on this one deal.
Yeah.
Because it takes so much time away from everything
does.
else.
It does. What about you? What kind of wacky stuff are you finding?
Conspiracy theory.
What?
Yes.
Here we are, live at ezREI Closings with the latest conspiracy. Okay, let's hear it.
My seller was not paying his mortgage statement because that bank had moved it to a different bank.
Okay, people sell
And
mortgages all the time.
he
We have a
said,
whole
yeah.
division that does that for people, yes.
He said, I do not trust that. And he
Okay.
said, so I did not make my payments.
Okay,
Okay.
sir, let me explain to you
Well,
what a lien is.
Exactly. It went to foreclosure. But I said, sir, I need your mortgage statement, the latest one. And he said, well, I can't send it to you because, you know, they have my phone wired.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yes.
do. It's the wire in the wall.
Yes. He said that that it's a conspiracy, that Trump is listening to everyone's phone calls and going
That's
through
why he
the
doesn't sleep. He just
emails
stays up
and
all night
text
listening to-
messages and
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah. And so after speaking with him and then hearing that, it's
You just like roll
okay.
back in your seat and go, yes, here we go.
Yeah.
This is going to be great.
Yeah.
Oh my Lord. So where did that one go? How did that end?
That was one that went to auction.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, because you have to make your payments. If you don't make payments,
Yeah.
then unfortunately,
I don't care if you put, and I do
know.
have some of my houses in the name of my dog, right? The Lumpy the Dog Land Trust. Yeah, like it doesn't matter. Like that's what a mortgage is.
Exactly.
They will take that property from you. This is a very common thing with people who are in foreclosure. So I don't know if, I want to hear what your experience is, but, somebody who's in foreclosure, they have that kind of ostrich thing. They put their head in the sand. And they duck calls and they're in sort of denial, right? That it's going to
Yes.
happen, like this guy or conspiracy, whatever it is. And to me, I think those are the hardest people to get a hold of, right?
They
And to
are.
build that trust where they'll start to give you that kind of information
Yeah.
because they're also getting bombarded, right?
Yeah.
Realtors are calling them, investors are calling them, refinance your house. Like everybody is just blowing these people up.
Yeah.
So what have you guys found or if you've dealt with foreclosures?
So you have some instances where we're not paying this. But then you have
Okay.
some that it's been in their family for years and
Yeah.
they just can't make the payments. And unfortunately, they lose the property and it pulls at your heartstrings.
Even though because the reason we're involved is because there is a buyer, right? There is an investor who wants to
Yes.
buy it, and they still just drag ass and don't do it.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
my gosh!
Exactly.
I mean, we're not their daddy, we're not their counselor, but like this
Exactly.
will go to auction. Like they 100% will sell it at
Yeah.
the steps and come move you out.
Exactly.
That's rough, and it's hard too
is.
for the investor, right? Because like that's what we do as real estate investors. Our job is to help people.
Yeah.
Is to try. But some people they don't want it.
Yeah,
You know.
exactly.
Wow. What about you? Any deals like that or?
I've not had any of that one just yet, so.
Okay. Wow. All right. Any other good stories that we can talk about? How about some successes? How about some people who made so much money it's just mind-numbing? Like we have some of our clients who pull down some amazing fees. Any big ones lately?
I have to go back and look at all
Yeah.
mine to look at the
I know
numbers.
because you're doing so many. I know sometimes I talk to you guys and you're like, yeah, like, I mean, there was this little one the other day for 40 grand. Like,
Yeah.
no, that's big.
That's still- that-
yeah, it's because you guys do it so much that
It is.
I know Matthew and Abby are like digging out of you like crazy stories because the wacky stuff is just
Yeah.
it's just a Tuesday for us.
Yeah. Well, come to think of it, I did have a big win. My client, he made $500,000.
What?
Wow.
Yes.
Dude, you
Yes.
should lead with that. We have a client that I didn't even know this one. Tell me this story.
He was a
Well, we don't want to say his name.
yeah. He was a client, and then he had came back. Actually,
Yeah.
he realized that getting more transactions.
He didn't like doing
needed
it. He didn't like doing it on his own.
Exactly. So he became transaction coordinator. With that one, I believe it was the seller kept dragging his feet, and the buyer, it was a wholesale transaction.
Dude had a
And-
wholesale transaction where he made 500,000.
Yeah.
How did I
Yeah.
not hear about this?
Yeah.
How that's amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, 500,000.
Yeah. And the buyer was like, hey, we need this to close. We need it to close. And luckily it did close on time. But it was one instance where the seller was dragging their feet a
Okay.
little bit.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
But luckily we did close on time. So miracles happen.
Awesome. Next time we lead with this. Tell me what kind of deal was it? Was it like a commercial deal, a mobile home park? Like what was it?
It was just wholesale, just standard
house?
property. Yeah, house.
How on earth did they make 500,000 on
It
it?
was in Seattle.
Okay. So high ticket,
yeah,
high dollar
yeah.
market.
Yeah.
And just normal deal he put under contract. Did he know he was going to make 500,000? When he contract, did he think it was going to be this enormous deal?
Whenever we receive the contracts,
Yeah.
we look at the contract 1 price,
Right.
the AB contract price,
Right.
and then we get the contract 2, the BC contract. And so we see the difference there.
And did you think there's a typo? Like seriously, right? Like
Yeah.
That's a big,
well,
big amount.
Well, I'm not going to lie. Seeing that price, I was like, I have to see this.
Yeah, did you pull it up? Okay.
I did.
All right.
I did. And because I said, I have never.
That's the biggest.
I've
I thought
never
477 was our previous
Yeah.
big one. I didn't know we had one for 500.
Yeah. I'd never seen one that was that amount, the original sell price.
No, that's a lot.
And-
I've been doing this 22 years. That's a lot.
So I was like, oh, this is $1 million
Yeah.
deal.
How did they get
and
it for so cheap? Okay, I want to talk
Yeah,
to this client. We want to get him on the podcast.
Yeah.
I want to go through this deal.
Yeah.
And it was a wholesale, not an ovation.
It was a wholesale, yes.
A wholesale. And did he double close it?
No, that
You're shitting me. The end
don't
buyer.
believe that one was a double close.
The end buyer saw he. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
I don't believe that one was a double close. I'll have to go back and check it, but I don't believe that was
I want you
a
to double close because we're going to flash up the HUD here and show that because people are not going to believe that.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome. So he's very happy.
Oh, yeah, very happy.
He was very happy to have spent a couple
Yeah,
$100 on a
yeah,
transaction
yeah,
coordinator to get that
yeah.
one done.
Yeah,
Wow.
and he's so pleased. He's still just
Yeah.
shooting out deals with us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's awesome. What about
Yeah.
you? Top that. Your turn.
No, I can't top that one. I mean, icing on the cake right there.
That tops
was-
everything I've ever
Yeah.
heard of. Wow.
I've not reached anything near.
Any
that
good
high,
ones
yes.
like 40,000, 50,000 lately?
I think I had one just the other week that was around 40,000.
Yeah.
But again, I have to go back and really
Yeah.
look at everything. I have so
Because
many.
you see so many.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
have so many back and forth right now.
That's
to
what people
look
ask
at.
me. I'm like, bro, I don't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, I'm lucky I can get through the day. I got so much stuff going on. Well, awesome. Well, girls, thank you so much. This was good. And next time we're leading with 500,000. That's an awesome story. But thank you so much. Guys, if you enjoyed this, in the trenches with your TCs, make sure you like and subscribe, and you will see the next one when it pops up. Have an amazing day, and we will see you at the closing table.